Hey everybody, this is Rydo, and we are back with another episode of uh, The Witcher 3. That's right. Okay, so I have looked at everything that
How
was
can I help you?
available to purchase, and
What are you selling?
purchased as
What's
much as I
good?
could, but I'm back to the point where I'm out of money. What the two things I really would have liked would have been the horse blinders, which is 186 and I have 145, and the saddlebags. Uh, and there's really not a great way to get money in this game. I also want to mention I went and read every single one of these things, books, but I'm really afraid to
Take care now.
get rid of them. So let's talk to this guy.
How may I assist you?
Uh, he is an armor maker guy, and
Need some armor.
which means I can't make the one weapon I'd want to make. I was able to craft like the hunter's gauntlets and the hunter's trousers, but I already had those, and maybe they sell for something that makes them worth it, but I don't think they really do. And I would like to sell some of these extra copies of the books, but I'm terrified to sell things that I only have one of, because that might be some quest. And by reading all of them, I certainly did unlock some quests. There's nothing here that I can afford to buy. I'd like to get some emerald dust, but yeah, that's not gonna happen. Let's start, like I said, with a game of Gwent.
Yearning to play a few rounds of Gwent. That ought to set me straight.
Let's see. Could I take... How many cards are in my deck? I only have one copy of this card, so let's take this out and then put this in, and then put this in, and see if I have a one attack card that I might want to take out. I don't understand why there's two different colors of trebuchet here, when everything else seems to stack in the lower left corner, if you notice that. Yeah, I'm just gonna take this guy out. So, cards, total cards in my deck is 29. Probably should take some out. Let's see, trebuchet, ballista, trebuchet, Bess. Let's see. Like this guy. He has type bond, place it next to a card, and double strength of both. So there's no reason to have him in the deck. Oh, that gets me down to 22, 21. So I'll put this guy in. And that's right at 22, plus the special cards. And I guess decoy. What does decoy do? Swap with a card on the battlefield to return it to your hand. That's an interesting thought. I have, as far as Skotel, I have no cards. As far as monsters, I have no cards. As far as Nilfgaardian, I have no cards. So that is kind of the problem. I only can only play Northern Realms at the moment. Opponent used the Scoia'tael faction, which, let's see, Impenetrable Fog, and let's see, this guy needs to go because there's no other ballistas in my hand. Okay. Plays Rorden. Let's see. Let's go and just play this guy. I don't think I have any ballista guys. Zoom now is left trigger. It was right trigger in the previous screen. This is ridiculous. I don't want to play this one this round. I don't want to play a spy at all. Siege cards, range cards, close. I want to play Biting Frost. So I want to play probably this. So I play this now to get rid of close combat cards. Do I want to continue down the path of ranged cards? Or just let him win? I think I want to just let him win. Played the ballista. That interesting. Can I play one more card that will win it for me? I think. If I play this, it will put me at 15. Is he willing to spend another card? Should be getting low. $15. Ooh, am I willing to? Let's see. I'm gonna run out of cards. He passed. He used an incredible amount of cards there, and I win. Okay. I have clear weather, which is nice. So I want to play this here. And I don't know if he has, how many cards he has. I think he just has 2. Yeah, he just has 2. So I played this, and then I want a Blue Stripes Commando played. And then I play, he has no more cards, so I could play the Blue Stripes Commando again and double the power. I could play this to lower their power. I can play this to lower his power. And I can then play this to get rid of all of them. And then that's the end of my turn. I have no more cards. I could use the leader ability. Sure, why not? So that's the last thing I could do. 27-1 there. Nice victory. I got 20 crowns, and I've got a new Gwent card, which is exactly what I wanted. So we've got a whole nother
Fancy a gander at our little
game of
stockpile.
Gwent here that I think we'll come back and play later.
Show me what you got.
At the end of this episode, if we're still in this area, which we probably won't be. I am willing to sell these. They are taking up weight. Eventually I will become overburdened. And by reading these, I want to be clear that I didn't actually read any of them. I simply clicked the read button and scrolled down to the bottom. So that got me a little bit of gold. I think I need to also dismantle all hides, just by default. Anytime I have hides, I think I need to dismantle.
See ya.
So let's take a look at what we could do. We need a craftsman of some sort to make arrows. But I don't think he could make the arrows. Because I bought the items. Let me double check.
Help me here, s-
Need some armor made.
Need some armor.
And yes, he can craft armor, but he cannot make the arrows. So I need to find a
So long.
a blacksmith instead of an armorer. It doesn't seem to be one around here. There is, however, a post board right
Maybe I should send
here.
him round to the creek. Might catch something.
We can take all those. And we've found several undiscovered locations and new quests and all of such. But we'll deal with that later. Let's look at the character. We've gotten to level 4, and somewhere along the line we got a mutagen. I don't know how, but we've got it. And we have a mutagen slot, so we're going to put that in there. And we have 3 slots unlocked. Let's see. I don't believe we had anything. Let's put back the things that we had, because that was what we had. Delusion as the arid sign, and then exploding shield, sustain glyphs, metal armor, damage dealt, melt armor, not metal armor, far-reaching arg. A far-reaching arg might be interesting, but I'd much rather a far-reaching igni. Increased potion overdose threshold by 1%, so apparently you can overdose on potions. Poison your blades. Time is slowed down 15%. Every known level 1 alchemy formula increases the maximum toxicity by 1. Frenzy, if potion toxicity is above 0, time automatically slows down. We had survival instinct to give us an extra 500 thing. Vitality regenerates during the day by 10%. That's probably the one I want. Each piece of armor increases critical hit damage by 25% for the cat skull techniques. I'm not sure I had that before. The griffin skull, each piece of medium armor increases sign intensity. What was it? Each piece of light armor. And then each piece of heavy armor. I don't know what my armor is, whether it's light, heavy, or any of that. Let's see, adrenaline burst, rage movement, steady shot crossbow bolt does 25% more damage. I'm not sure how much of the crossbow bolt we're going to use. And let's see. So I must have not had the third slot open before. Let's see. Fast attack increased by 50%. Adrenaline gain plus 1%. Strength training, arrow deflection, lightning reflexes. Result. So should I get muscle memory and put the 4 points I have into that, or sun and the stars? I can't do sun and the stars right now. We've got to do muscle memory. We're going to acquire this ability. We're going to equip this ability, and then we're going to put enough to improve it. So next level we'll get 1 more point and we'll have this upgraded to 5 out of 5. This is 1 out of 1, this is 3 out of 3. The mutagen is giving us plus 50% vitality. So that's the decision on the character screen, which we don't really get to this screen very often. This screen, however, is just full of new quests, and they say they're suggested levels except for the main quest, and it says 6 here. Hunting the witch is 5. When we look at the wild at heart, it's 7. The series room is really nearby, so we're gonna actually do this quest and sneak in the series room while she was here. Gwent players in Velen win a unique card from the Baron. Go to the race's starting line at Crow's Perch and do a race. So that'll be interesting. Fist of Fury, Velen is 11. Funeral Pyres is 3. So we should do that quest. We have a Witcher contract that's level 33, so forget that. We have a Witcher contract that's level 8, which is double our level still. We have a Cat School gear here of 17. A Cat School gear upgrade, part 3, which is level 29. There's a ton of quests we've unlocked, but they are really high level. The game is not doing a great job pointing us towards what should we stay clear of and what we should do. And I've unlocked boats at some point, so it looks like swimming across things would be a bad idea. You probably swim across a small lake, but any large thing with clouds around it, I would recommend against it. It's probably going to be you get in the middle and you automatically die. We've got all kinds of discovered locations. I think I unlocked a lot of these just by reading all the notes that I had. So I may have actually unlocked some other things in White Orchid too. I think what our goal should be is we should try to work our way towards all these activity boards. This one's pretty far out. These notice boards. As long as they're yellow, we should get to them. We should unlock fast travel things. I guess we should try to discover these locations and see what's there, but it's going to be pretty dangerous. I bet they want us to stay in this region, so it might be a good idea just to get this notice board and this one and this one, and not bother with the further out ones for a while. We're gonna have to do some grinding. We're gonna have to get in the city and start do all this. This says Velen, and what is this? See, and I don't think Novigrad we can get to yet. Either that or there's just a line here where Novigrad and Velen meet, and that's all the same country, same area. Skelgel place. We can't fast travel here yet, so that's not ready, but we can see the notice boards. And then White Orchid. Did we unlock anything? There's a bandit camp. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. A bandit camp. Apparently we're aware of or got refilled with people. But I'm not seeing anything else. So either we found a new bandit camp or something told us about it. So we'll deal with that later. And then the palace is just a palace. And there's nothing there. Surprise there. Inventory, nothing really changed. I went through everything, and I'm trying to be a good curator of this. And so one of these has a star on it, and I don't know which one because it's new. And I don't see it. Here it is, that one right there. So I'm gonna try and, if it has a star on it, read it. Keep all the stars off items. That way we know when we have real items. And in that thought, I went through all the characters and marked them as red. I went through all the tutorials and marked it as red. Notice that the scroll down here doesn't go to the bottom of the screen. I don't know why that. And I marked all the animals as red too in the bestiary. So everything's marked as red. We can a little bit of cleanup work there. See, just like reading cards is giving me quest. Reading the notices is giving me
Wild
quests.
hunt, take them all. Yeah?
I'll tell you where the loot's at.
Shrieker, contracts, all kinds of stuff.
Shut it now. Save your strength. Die with some dignity.
Let's see. How can we sneak into this building?
You, white one. Yeah.
Let's go over. I'm stuck. Let's go over and talk to this guy.
What is it, Grey Boy?
Please!
Plowing hangover.
Nothing. Can't do nothing about that. Oh, I bet you come in up this part
You white
to get into a room.
South last night too.
Snooping around.
So Siri was here. Siri must have used these. Looks like she left in a hurry. A spinning top. Gretka's toy. The Natural Obscurity of Curses by Lydia van Bredevoort. Where'd Siri get this?
Huh. So go to the kitchen and talk to Gretka now. Oh. Fortunately, the kitchen is right next door. Lovely, just a whole bunch of rabbits hanging on the in front of the wall. Let's see. Do a little looting before we talk to the girl. Let's see if she's been put to slave labor or is really wants for nothing here.
So you're Gretka.
I am. And you're Geralt.
How do you know?
Because you've white hair and a medallion shaped like a wolf. Siri told me about you.
What else did Siri say?
You and Siri talked a bit, didn't you?
We did?
Did she say where she was going, or what she came here to look for?
She said she was looking for you and a sorceress. But you're here, so I guess she didn't find you. I wonder if she helped that friend of hers.
What friend would that be?
Siri wanted to help a friend? Any idea who it was?
What do you mean, who? Her friend. She said he was in trouble and that she had to save him.
Do you know where Siri is?
Look familiar?
My top. Where'd you find it?
Siri's room.
We'd play in her room sometimes. I was sad one day, and Siri carved it for me. Such a shame she had to leave.
How long were they together?
Do you know where Siri is?
No. One day I brought her breakfast, and she was already gone. The Baron told me she'd left.
Didn't ask where she'd gone?
I did, but he said I was too little and I wouldn't understand. But Siri left me a gift.
A gift?
Yes, this. A green stone.
Beautiful as gifts go. Hide it well, don't show it to anyone. It's worth a lot.
Interesting.
Thanks, Gretka. Have fun.
But I'm not playing. I'm helping.
I'm not playing, I'm helping by sitting right there and doing nothing? Okay. That's my kind of helping. Read the book entitled Natural Obscurities, so it's actually telling me I have to go read the book. Let's see. Oh, it's a quest item, so don't have to worry about that. Natural Obscurities of Curses. To my dear friends, Philip, whoever thinks curses are only manifestations of blah 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 blah. The cleansing oneself of all negative thoughts. Let's see what that says.
A dedication to the Baron and his wife. Seems they had friends in high places in Vizima.
side quest is complete. We're working our way towards hunting the witch. But we should do the funeral pyres first. And yeah, I don't think we can do this level 8 Witcher contract. So we're gonna track the quest of funeral pyres and get out of this area.
Could use some hair of the hand.
Hasn't been a
Got
lot
any
of
vodka?
action, and I wish we could just like jump off the side without hurting ourselves miserably. I guess I just don't like fall damage in games.
Yeah?
Lads, fancy an outing to find that she-beast?
Been the Smiths, lads. Get toothed one.
Got a bad idea?
Let's see. I could have played the Baron at Point, but
Oh
I
my!
don't see any reason
Nice
to.
pendant you got.
Leaflets, move it.
Cassie, catch my breath. I think the smudger
That's
might have
not-
been choking me last night.
Smudger.
Where's the way out?
Quite the
Where's
work, my
the
man,
way
Joey.
out?
Man well travelled.
Not half
So tell me.
Brought him a bucket of down.
Pretty weird design
The
city.
old oak tree grew inside her down.
We run around. It's kind of well fortified, I'd say. Let's see, map. Where we are, there's a whole little city out this way. Where is this funeral pyres gonna take us? Way over here. Alright, I think it's time to call a horse. I was like one ingredient short of crafting something that would be helpful. Come on, horse. Again, we have this following problem where
That's it, Roach.
I need things to run ahead of me. Just gonna see how far we can dash forward. As for the Baron and his family, I think he got drunk and ran them off. At least it looks that way, but it could also be a situation of a magical curse or something occurring, or them being attacked by something. We've got a lot of different ways it could be going. So here's the whole boat situation.
Slow now.
Do I need to use a boat right now? This is the one I guess we're going to. Well, that was a strange way to dismount. New marker spoils a war. Let's go ahead and save. Remember, save early, save often. And just figure out why we can't swim. I see some stuff underground, underwater. Yeah, drowners. How do you fight these guys underwater? It's locked. We got the key. I'm almost out of breath. These guys are not great. They're not terribly bad at fighting. they do live are true to their name, I admit that. They are trying to drown me. So, we're in a boat. How do you fly a boat? Is it this rudder back here? Boats. With its raging rivers, deep oceans, and broad lakes nestled in the mountains, the world contains many areas inaccessible on foot or horseback. To get to them, you must either swim or sail. Look for boats. Be careful if your boat smashes into rocks or other obstacles. It becomes damaged and might even sink. Alright. We already got the sunken treasure. This doesn't really feel too much like I'm making huge amount of speed or progress here. Let's see. Speed up, hold to accelerate. Alright. Fast travel. You can fast travel while on a boat, but only to destinations accessible via water route. To fast travel, open the map, panel, and do all that. Okay. So, new fast travel options. Ignite. Guess I can't ignite that one. I meant to do that. I wanted to see person in distress. Where's the person in distress? Unsent letter. Locked key required. How do we talk to this guy? But I can't just jump over up here. Notice, you can just climb over as a witcher. Can I jump out the window? No. That's a pain. So there's a person in distress. I'm in some kind of crazy bandit, I imagine, area. I'm starting to disbelieve that you can actually get in trouble for looting. I think they've thought about doing that and chose against it. Just out of how much that was a pain in Skyrim. Danger. The number to the left is the enemy's health. If it is red, marked with a skull, we've seen this one before. Oh, level 16. I am in trouble. So load most recent save. So we've learned our lesson. We really can't run around this area. Let's go get that. Servicing. Service. Oh. Losing health quickly. Wow. So now we learned how you can drown too. Can you shoot crossbow bolts while you're in the water? So no, we cannot shoot crossbow bolts. No, I wouldn't recommend that people do this. You lose a ton of health really fast. Surface, swim quickly. Let's just get out of that area. And there's more drowners in the lakes. It's really not safe to be swimming in these lakes. Let's run towards the funeral pyres.
Sure stinks like a mass grave. Now for the holy oils. Hope they burn well.
Got a level 1 wild hog.
Now for a shot of Igni.
I really want you to do Igni by yourself. 9 experience points. Interesting. Some corpses I can loot. Let's run over to this section. Burn these corpses. Burning corpses. For fun and profit. There's a chest just sitting out in the middle of nowhere. I seriously doubt if in a real fantasy world people would just leave chests sitting out. It's like, yeah, I hid it in the middle of the meadow where everyone could possibly see it.
Sure stinks like a mass grave. Now for the
Necrophage.
holy oils. Hope they burn well.
Oh, it was a ghoul.
Now for a shot of Igni.
So the first one was a wild boar. The second one was a ghoul. I'm on fire. Set myself on fire walking on the flames. And now to the third one. And he's probably going to give me a ridiculously small amount of gold crowns. As is always the case, I'm getting non-experience for doing these things. So if I see those guys, can I... If I tap this, press this, I have the crossbow installed. So if I see these deers, can I shoot a crossbow bolt, kill the deer, and get some meat? Hides, things like that. Oh, it works. It actually works rather well. So that's what we're supposed to do. Anytime we see that, we shoot a thing, it falls down, we get some meat. All of a sudden, all of our little problems of not having enough food get knocked out the window. We have plenty of food now. Pretty much a limitless source. And it gives me more things to do a little bit while wandering and running around this areas.
Shit, one's still alive.
Get the sword out. Then start fighting. Shooting these things with the bolt doesn't feel like it's doing anything.
If it ain't that fucking priest, it's corpse eaters. I'm done with this damn town.
A priest?
We'd agreed to meet as usual, just a larger delivery. Good customer, I thought. Then they whipped out blades.
We still talking about a priest of the eternal flame?
We still talking about a priest of the eternal fire?
I'd say so. Beat-stained pricks can't be trusted. This one had ordered premium-grade fistek from me 3 times, everything perfect. But the 4th, his man came at us with knives, sought to knock us out of trade. Shoved me in that ditch with the corpses. Must have thought the ghouls would take care of the rest.
And to make sure, he hired a witcher to burn the bodies, destroy any evidence.
A witcher? Meaning you? So what now?
Nothing. Didn't pay me to burn the living.
Oh, thank the gods it's true what they say. Though mutants, you live by a code. Oh, thank you, witcher.
22 experience.
What are you playing at? My bestie?
Now for a shot of Igni.
Anything else I can loot around here? Nope. Let's go to the priest and have a little chat with the Priest of the Eternal Fire, even though I have been calling it the Eternal Flame and probably will continue to do that. Fire, flame, what's the difference? Is this a beehive? Nah, it's just a plant. I want to find some beehives. Here's some dogs around. Some trees falling over. That's a cool extra feature. Falling over trees. Let's see. Oh, a merchant. Let's just loot the merchant right now. Let's talk to him first.
Greetings.
Show me your wares.
Wouldn't mind a look at your stock.
Ooh, look at this sword. It's way better. Requires level 1. We've got a way better sword now. And then this guy's selling some stuff that would be cool to buy. But I don't have the money for it. Got some raw meat. We've got some new ingredients. We're picking up. That's cool. And we've got some things. Let's see. If I sell hides, I can get some money, and I think that's what I need to do. Old bear hides, horse hides, wolf's hides, goat hides. I can only sell one to him, and then sell this, and that wipes him out on his money. So that's all the shopkeeper can do.
Farewell.
And then when you just go over here and just loot it all, it makes no sense. It's getting really ridiculous how the game is not even mentioning this. Alright, so compared to this, that trousers aren't any good. But compared to the sword, this is better. It's got 3 sockets in it, which is definitely going to be helpful. It doesn't mark this merchant. I suppose you could kill him if you wanted to. I don't see any reason to. I've robbed him. Maybe everybody's just so afraid of witchers that you can, as a witcher, go up to places and take whatever you want, and they just won't mention it. See a little rock here. Doesn't look like there's anything there in the rock. We are still running towards the priest. Which is odd, because normally I run away from priests. Little joke there. Scene of another battle. Oh, rabbit. Did I get it? Yeah, I did. Nice. Hope you're not a fan of rabbits. don't eat a lot of rabbit meat in the United States. There's a lot of meats that we don't eat a lot of. Guess it's just a little more difficult. Here we go, the priest and his guards. I can take these guys.
Well, Witcher, have you completed your task?
Why hadn't anyone burned the corpses earlier?
Why do you priests take an interest in the fallen so late?
The Church of the Eternal Fire's first duty is to the living. You've no notion of the work we did just after the battle. The wounded needed tending, refugees, pastoral care. We had sermons to deliver, donations to collect.
Relieved to hear it. What would the people have done without you?
Took care of the graves.
So, took care of the graves. Interesting, actually. One of the corpses proved to be quite, well, alive. And pretty talkative.
What do you mean?
Fist tech dealer. One of them survived. Had an awfully interesting story to tell.
Intriguing. I would purchase this story from you. For all time. Exclusively.
Let's see. I could probably take the money and get a decent amount of crowns. Probably not a lot, though. I'm betting somewhere between 150 to 300, which isn't a ton. Or I can damage the reputation of the Red Flame, Eternal Flame, whatever they're calling it. And I think that might be more helpful because this church is stirring up xenomorphism, I believe is the term. They're making a lot of trouble, right about to start an inquisition. So I'm gonna not take the bribe.
You can hire me, but you sure as hell can't buy me.
Ah, an impasse. Then it will be cheapest to kill you.
3 on 1. Surely we'll manage, Witcher or not. Take him!
One strike, he's dead.
Mistake.
Dead man! Dead man!
45 experience points. Funeral pyres. Shame I don't have any oil. I could have burned those bodies too. 1,200 crowns and a mace? Is that, am I looking at that right? Inventory. No, I didn't say 1,200 crowns, but it was a significant amount. A lot more than what he would have bought. Paid me. Pretty sure. It's time to sell the steel sword. It's a little bit of a shame. So here we are. We ended up right about here. We should have hit that notice board over there. And we need to look at our quests. Hunting the witch is 5. I'm not sure I have any secondary quests that really make any sense. And I don't have any Witcher contracts. So it's time to continue the story and hunt the witch. Which the witch is way over here. Let's see, if I take this boat to this point. No, I should take this boat here and see if it will get us all the way to this point in the fast travel. I think it might. To the boat. Let's just stay on dry land. Board, all kinds of people. Really? None of them are they not getting in?
Halt! No passage. Bridge is closed.
Because?
Cause King Radovich said it should be. Won't let anyone through who don't have a pass.
How do I get a pass?
Who issues these passes?
Why, you need to know. Your kind don't get passes anyway. Not the right time.
Alright, so I have a really high setup on delusion here, so I don't need to bribe them.
Come on, give it a good think. I'm sure you know where I can get a pass.
Yeah. Royal officials issue them. But they're also available on the black market.
From who?
Don't know the names. Ask folk around the crossings. They'll know more.
Do just that. Farewell.
New quest. Thou shalt not pass. Guys are just guarding this boat, and I'm just gonna get in and then take off. Oops.
Your kind's
Well,
disease, defeatism and desertion.
take out danger.
Who do you think you are? Hey, you! Now, together!
Those guys seem to be mad at me, but I'm not that interested. I have finally done something after all this looting. Let's see. I have finally done something that would have them say no, I cannot go. Where am I? Current position here. Fast travel doesn't seem to be right there. Strange, I'm in a boat. Let's see. Accelerate away. Well, I'm all for a nice little boat ride. See if we can, how far we can get this thing to actually go. Damage, sinks. has some front hull damage. Let's just get off this boat. I don't think. See, that dive animation works. Bees? Bees. Okay, that is not how you do bees. I bet you have to use a smoke bomb. I bet I don't have any. What if I do a telekinetic blast? Well, that irritates the bees a lot. And it knocked it down. The bees are hurting me. The bees are really hurting me. Let's see. I'm literally gonna die from bees. I think I need a smoke bomb. Fog machine or a smoke bomb or something like that. Hidden treasure. Where is it? Where'd the map? This thing has trouble pointing me in the direction I'm trying to look. Interesting. The things men do for coin. There's ghouls or skeletons. Do I want to shoot them far away?
Not bad.
I had not gotten my life up enough to be doing this. Where did we die? Where did we save last is the question. We saved last killing the guy. Oh no, don't tell me I lost that money. Yeah, it's like 200 and it's missing. No! Oh, that sucks. It sucks so bad. Oh, this is such a statement about how you need to save very much more than this game does. I've lost the priest, which means I didn't get the mace. I didn't get that 200 crowns. He's not here. It didn't load back in after the save. And that's the lesson we're gonna have to end this episode on. The most recent one right here. Suppose I could go back to funeral powers. Oh look, they have a the versions of the save games. on the 2. So if we load
The
this
Witcher's
back,
contact in Velen was to be Hendrik, the Emperor's spy. Hendrik was operating incognito.
I'm
in
not
that
sure if I
war-ravaged
showed
land.
this.
His mission, to gather intelligence about Ciri. Yet Geralt arrived too late. The Wild Hunt had reached Hendrik first. The Witcher learned nothing from the spy's corpse, but the Wraiths had failed to find his notes. Geralt read them and knew that Ciri had been a guest of the Bloody Baron, a local warlord, and that she'd quarreled with a witch.
So the way I'm recording these episodes, it's not going to be helpful to fortunately I think I can go back to the previous save and get that money. I definitely do want to get that money, and I'll do that off screen. But if you take notice, there is definitely those load screens. I don't think they're anywhere in this. We just have options here, and then all of this. So that's kind of sad. The way I'm recording, we're never going to get to see the load screens as much as they are changing. They're changing a lot more than I thought they were going to. But that's alright. You're seeing the story, so why do you need to see the recap of the story? If you want to see the load screens, you'd have to buy the game yourself, exit, and start over again every 30 minutes or even less, just to make sure you haven't. Well, I'd say if you specifically and very strategically exited out every time you progressed one step in the main story quests, that probably would be enough to pretty much guarantee you'd see it all. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. We played a little Gwent. We didn't get back to the same location, so we have another game of Gwent that we need to try. Plus, we lost at one game of Gwent, so we need to win against everybody at least once, possibly more than once. I did some shopping offline and all that. We will start right back at where the priest died and I got the gold, if I can get to that point, and then we'll work our way further in the main story. We didn't progress a lot in the main story, and we died a lot. This area is going to be weird about just figuring out where we can go and where we shouldn't go because of our low level. We're gonna have to really work on this. Anyways, that's the end of this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. If you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media site, I have links down below in the description. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.